So get this right. Today we are taking a deep dive into this whole concept of the master's game of life.
Okay.
And it's based on this YouTube video by Sara Landon. Have you seen this one?
I have, yeah. It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah, wild's a good word for it. Kind of like blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just the idea that we could approach life not as like, I don't know, like we're just stumbling through it, but like we're masters playing a game.
Right, like we have agency, we have control, it's not just happening to us, we're actually participating.
Exactly. And she makes this crazy claim right from the start. Like she says, we are all already realized. I was like, hold on a second, lady. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? So I'm thinking like, this deep dive is going to be all about like unpacking that, right? Like, what does it actually look like to be realized in the real world? Not just like, up on some mountaintop meditating all day, but like in our everyday lives. And the thing is, it's like this really interesting blend of spirituality and personal development, but it's not like your typical self-help stuff. It's different.
Yeah, and to me, it's like she's almost tapping into this like almost philosophical idea, right? Of like viewing life as this game with its own set of rules and strategies. And I think when you start to see it that way, it can really change how you approach, well, pretty much everything, right?
Okay, so let's break it down.
Yeah.
So Landon, she keeps coming back to the idea of like embracing the identity of a realized, embodied, enlightened master.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, okay, this is a little much. But then I started thinking about it and I was like, wait a minute, is she onto something here? Like, is she saying step into your power, own it, and play this game of life like you're in control, And she used all these affirmations, repeating phrases like, I am the creator frequency. I'm like, whoa, hold on a second. But then I started thinking about the psychology behind it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about affirmations, and she's really intentional about the way she uses them, is they can be incredibly powerful. Because, they tap into the subconscious, right? And if you keep repeating these positive statements about yourself, about your capabilities, can actually start to shift your beliefs about yourself. And that can lead to real changes in your behavior, in your outcomes, in your whole experience.
So it's like, if you keep telling yourself you are a master of life, you might actually start acting like one.
Exactly. It's all tied into this idea of self-efficacy, right? Your belief in your own ability to succeed. And then, of course, you've got the whole law of attraction thing, which, the idea that our thoughts create our reality.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this all fits together. But then she goes into this whole thing about vibration and frequency. And I got to be honest, I got a little lost there. Like it all sounded kind of, I don't know, mystical and out there.
Yeah, it can definitely sound a little woo-woo.
Yeah, a little bit. So can you break that down for me? Like, what's the practical application of this whole vibration and frequency stuff?
Sure. Think of it like this. Okay. Imagine you're really excited about a project. You're full of energy. Ideas are coming to you easily. Things are just flowing. That's high vibration. That's when you're feeling good. You're positive. You're optimistic.
Right.
Now, contrast that with the time when you're feeling down, stuck, negative. Everything feels hard. Even the smallest tasks feel like a huge effort. That's low vibration.
I've definitely been there.
Yeah, we all have. And it's not just about how you feel, it's about the energy you're putting out into the world. Like it attracts, like, right.
You're saying if we're vibrating at a higher frequency, we're more likely to attract good things, positive experiences?
Right. Exactly. And vice versa. So it's not just about our internal state, it's about how that internal state is impacting our external reality, our experiences in the game of life, so to speak.
Okay, that makes sense. So then it's like choosing between fear and mastery it's like setting the frequency for the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Because Landon, she talks about this contrast between playing a game that's driven by lack, limitation, fear, and separation.
Right.
Versus one that's fueled by great love, abundance, joy, well-being, and freedom. Which is quite a difference, right? And she's like, I invite you to claim your power now. And I'm thinking, whoa, like right now, as we're listening, that's a big ask. So I guess the question is, which game are we playing right now? Are we letting fear call the shots, or are we stepping into that master role? What do you think?
It's a really good question, and I think it's something we all have to grapple with constantly. Because, the master's game concept, it's incredibly empowering, but it's not about pretending that life is always easy or that we don't face challenges, right? Because we do.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's more about like, okay, even when things are tough, even when I'm struggling, can I choose to approach this situation from a place of possibility? Can I tap into that master mindset and ask myself, okay, how would a master handle this?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where this idea of already being realized comes in.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Landon says you already are the master in your life. You already are abundance. You already are the creator frequency. You already are everything you desire to be. So is she saying, like, we just have to remember that? We have to remember how awesome we are.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day grind, you know, the worries, the doubts, the to-do lists, that we forget our own inherent worth, our own potential. The master's game is about like shaking ourselves awake and remembering who we truly are, aligning our actions with that highest version of ourselves.
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's almost like we're being handed this playbook.
Yeah.
Right? But it's up to us to like figure out the best place for our own game.
Exactly.
There's so much to think about here, like the power of our thoughts, the energy we bring to the world, this whole idea that we're already everything we need to be.
And the idea that, you know, if life is a game, then it has to have rules, right? So what are the rules of the master's game? What moves can we make? What strategies can we employ to really level up our game?
That's a great question to leave our listeners with. This deep dive it's been a wild ride, exploring the power of our thoughts, the energy we bring to the world, and ultimately this radical idea that we're already everything we need to be.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us as we navigate this crazy master's game of life.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
It's been a blast.
It's been great. Yeah. Okay, until next time. See ya.